am Kim McAllister and I'm the director of Impact Online, the online media company. In my last video blog, I talked about the differences between PR and marketing. In this blog, I'd like to concentrate on the differences or similarities when it comes to online PR and marketing. In the last blog, I said one of the main differences is the control. With your marketing, you have all the control because you decide where you want to advertise, what your product looks like, and where it's displayed. With PR, you're pretty much giving the control to the editor when it comes to giving them your story because you don't have the final say on how it's presented. Online, it's completely different. And there's a new practice, well, I say new, it's not actually that new, but it's maybe a new term to a lot of people, content marketing. And in my opinion, this is where PR and marketing collide. It is the practice of using relevant content which you create or you curate, and you use it to build your customer base. And when you're talking about online, that's really your online community and your audience. So in my opinion, this is where PR and marketing are very difficult to separate because you're using stories, you're giving information out, but you're also using it for a marketing purpose. So you're maybe putting some money behind it, you're definitely measuring everything that you're doing, and although the control has passed to the audience, they are still feeding back to you and you have a certain amount of control over whether or not you show that feedback and those comments and that conversation. I would never say to delete a comment on your Facebook page or your blog unless it's offensive, because that to me just shows that you have something to hide and customers are very quick to spot that. However, the issue of control is completely different when it comes to online. I'll give you an example. With one of my clients, we are using Facebook to increase our online audience. We've decided that's one of the best networks to focus on. It's a travel company and the audience is an slightly older audience. We're looking at 40 plus, which is actually one of the fastest growing audiences on Facebook. So it's working quite well for us. We've got some great content because it's in the travel industry. So we've got some great photos and videos and things like that. So we had a picture which a lot of our existing audience, which at the time was only a couple of hundred people, they really liked it, they commented on it. So we put £5 behind it. And I'm hoping that most companies have got £5 to spend on advertising. So this is not an example that's out with the reach of most people. We put £5 behind it. We specified who we wanted it to reach, which was people over 40 in Scotland who were interested in travel. And as a direct result of this one piece of Facebook advertising, we got 5 new fans. So that's £1 a fan. We also tripled our engagement level. We got 3 times as many likes, we got some new comments, and we got some shares. So I was very pleased with that, and the company was pleased with that too. The next time we spent some money on a really good photo that we had, we got 10 new fans as a direct result of that particular piece of content. So that was down to 50p a fan. Hopefully you can see what I'm going with this. If you've only got 200 people to start with, 5 new fans as a percentage is a good result. If you're then building your audience and you're getting more fans every time you spend some money on it, you're getting an even better result. That's content marketing. That's the mix of a good story, a little bit of money for advertising, and a good result because you've increased your audience. And most importantly, that audience is very specific, very targeted, and most likely to act when it comes to directly telling them about a service or a product that you want them to spend some money on. That's just one example. There are dozens and dozens, and whether or not you can commit to a blog, whether or not you've got time for Facebook and Twitter and all the various other social media platforms, that's a discussion to have within your own company and to decide what kind of budget you want to put behind it. But it's certainly no secret that most people are immune to traditional advertising now. We flick through magazines without really noticing the ads. We record our programmes on TV so that we can skip through the ad breaks. So this is what ad companies are doing in order to reach the audience. And if you've got decent content, which is a PR practice, then you're going to be much more effective. That's as I see it. Tell me what you think if you've tried content marketing, if you're doing it without really realising that it is content marketing, and what your results have been, and if you have any tips or hints to share. You can contact me on Twitter at Kim McAllister, or you can drop me an email, kim@impactonline.co.uk, and don't forget to check out the website.